What's up YouTube, AUTOCON360 here, back again with another review, and today we will be taking a look at the S.H.Figuarts Super Saiyan Son Goku Super Warrior Awakening version. So here we are, and there he is. So we'll move Goku here off to the side, and so we can plant your feet, Goku. Thank you. Then we can take a look at his box. Really nice box here. I've got a picture of Goku right there. Dragon Ball Z logo, Funimation. Tamashii Nations, Bandai, Toei, security sticker, back of the box, bottom of the box, top of the box, side of the box. Side of the box is Super Saiyan Son Goku, Super Warrior Awakening version. Back of the box has your obligatory product shots, of course. He can stand there with his hand out, stop in the name of love. He can stand there with his fist down. He can scream. He can have pants. He can elbow, Kamehameha. Looks great with the Tamashii Nations effects. It does. That's why I bought him. So let's go ahead and crack this thing open. So first off, of course, we'll take a look at the instructions. So this one actually a little bit different. It actually has the name of the figure on it, which I thought was really nice. I actually just noticed that. So when you unfold it, it does warn you about, of course, the wrist pegs. Shows you that he does have 5 different sets of hands, comes with 3 faces, how to change the faces, does advise you how to work the ab crunch, and that the thighs do swivel, and that the crotch area does something. I'm pretty sure it's just about the slits that I'll show off in a minute, that are very similar to Gohan's, how he has the slits right there and there to kind of help with the sculpt and hide the joint. I'm pretty sure that's just all that is. Again, I don't speak this language, so I can't read it. Yeah, really cool. So here we have a look at all the hands and the faces that he comes with. So take a look at the faces first. So he has his scrunching his teeth angrily face. He has his screaming face, which Goku does quite often. Nice Kamehameha or just screaming face. And then, of course, you do have your regular stern Goku face. And then he comes with his kind of just scrunched fingers hands. These are for the that very iconic picture of him in that stance when Frieza's just kind of staring at him and thinking to himself. He's doing that stance that everybody knows. That it's just a very iconic picture of Super Saiyan Goku. So as to recreate that, that's why they're only slightly bent. He has his blast hands, or for a good high five. He has his martial arts posed hands that are for his stance, even though they're slightly incorrect because his fingers should be together, but whatever. And then he has his Kamehameha hands. And he has his fist. So to install the faces, you do have to take the hair off, like so. And then the face just plugs into the bottom set of ports. And just plug the hair back on, and he looks so cool. So here we have Goku, looking very, very nice. Albeit a little bit inaccurate just because of his boots. The color on the stripes should be yellow. But we can overlook that, and of course the band should be red, but we can overlook that because this figure just looks amazing. And I mean, it wouldn't be inaccurate if it were for the Broly movie that's coming out, because that's how it is in the Broly movie, but it is inaccurate because it's supposed to be from the Frieza saga. But here we have him, looking really good, except for his head. This is the same mold that we've seen on every other Super Saiyan Goku figure, and it does still have the really thick shading on it that I'm not the biggest fan of. It's got just a really dark orange that just looks like it was kind of smeared up there. It's up here too much. If they had just done it along here, it would have looked a little bit better, but they did it all up here too, and I'm not quite sure why, but it bothers me. He has nice shading along his musculature on the body, and of course his pecs gotta have that shade. Arms look great. Doesn't have any shading on his thigh that I'm just now noticing, but whatever. Looks good, nice and tattered. And again, this is from that iconic image of Goku from the manga, where he's just kind of standing there sternly, shirt half ripped, and staring up at Frieza, which everybody, of course, has seen or read Dragon Ball. They know how iconic this design is for the battle damage, even though it's only in maybe one of those episodes, but still. But nice shading here along the crotch. Doesn't look like he peed himself, although it does look like it on camera, but it's not too bad in person. Got a little bit right there and right there, and that looks really good. So in terms of articulation, the head is on a ball joint, of course, and it does have that hinge and the swivels at the bottom, so you can go ahead and do the typical Figuarts thing of swiveling the head so it will turn different ways, so you can get a bit more tilt out of him if you'd like. Me personally, I just like having it looking a bit forward. That's all I need. The neck should be on a ball joint, but unfortunately on mine it's just really stiff and I'm not going to force it. The shoulders can move up that far. They're on a ball joint at the shoulder itself. And he does also have a butterfly joint, an actual butterfly joint, unlike Gohan, who just has a cuff there to hide the shoulder joint. He does have a full-on butterfly joint on both sides. His abs, now this is what the instruction was talking, well, we'll finish the arms. He has a bicep swivel. On mine it's just really loose. Double jointed elbows. The wrists are your typical Figuarts wrists, so they hinge up and down, and then you can swivel that hinge so they tilt in a different direction. And of course the fist itself is connected via a ball joint. Now for the abs, as the instructions were talking about, you can still use the joint, but you don't get as much movement out of it as you would like, but you can pull, just wiggle it up and down, and you see now you have much more range of movement, so you can do a much better tilt. And combined with the waist joint that I believe does do it as well, the waist joint does also do it, so you can get a very deep bend out of that. And also there's a bit of shading on the blue here. It's not really coming across very well on camera, but it's there. But again, just going to shift that back down whenever you're done with it. And yeah, get a good amount of hinging out of that. Now the hips, you can kick forward, we'll kick back. Do be careful for these little side pieces here that can help with the sculpt. They do go outward that far. That's really my only complaint about this style that Figuarts is doing for the hips. They don't go outward very far. He does have a thigh swivel. It's more so done by the knee, but you do see there that it is there on both sides, just under that sculpt. That's what the instructions were warning you about. It does have a very nice double jointed knee on both sides, because unlike Gohan, his pants ripped on the back of the knees completely. So yeah, he has very nice knee joints. The ankles are on a ball joint and a peg, so they can shift forward just a little bit. I'm not quite sure why, but they do it. But you do get a little bit of tilt out of it, and he does have a toe joint, so he can toe. So for comparison, here he is with the S.H.Figuarts Batman, just because they do. Goku's just a little bit shorter than Batman. Comes up, top of his face comes up to about his chin. And then here he is with Gohan. They look really good together. Took some pictures of them together, fighting each other, kind of like sparring. And then just because here he is with the Marvel Legends Juggernaut Build-A-Figure Wave Deadpool. Comes up to about his neck. So yeah, that is it for this guy. Very, very nice figure. Really love this Goku. Really happy to have it. Really glad I found it at Barnes & Noble's. Check Big Bad Toy Store. I'm not sure if they do still have it available. Check Big Bad Toy Store. Check Barnes & Noble's website. Any of your other online retailers, Toy Wiz may have it, albeit for a much higher price, I'm sure, because that's how they roll. So yeah. if you liked the video, please give it a like, share it with family and friends, subscribe for more, turn on the notification bell so you can be notified when I upload. Don't know how often I'll upload these, probably once every couple weeks. And then, of course, like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, put the links to that all in the description below. And that is about it. So, as always, thank you for watching, and I'm AUTOCON360, and I'm saying laters.